This is Dewey Raw, the podcast that gives you a behind-the-scenes look at the biggest little party town on the Delaware Shore.
Everybody is You just called yourself a Dutch Toast. A little bit of coffee naming, all of a sudden you're referring to yourself. Yeah. Well, okay, pump the brakes. We're not just going to come straight out of the gate and tell everybody the big news, because there's been a lot of people who have commented on the video that we made regarding helping you out to name the new Swell Joe custom blend. The video. Muskie, we got to get him on. Right? I think we're going to set up as a musky crush cake. Yeah, but you got to get him here. You never know where he is. Is he teaching on a Friday afternoon? He's father-in-law would call him a speedboat. You know, just like on the go. And then maybe it's the Italian in him. It must be. Or the smoker coffee. He seemed to. He definitely seemed to. Thanks for joining us once again on Friday afternoon. Live on Facebook. Staticky? we said we were going to do get her on. We want to know what's better. Is the audio? How's the audio? We're trying things out. We've relocated. Can't hear you. Lots of static.
He said, "Nope."
Okay.
Still bad.
Okay. How about now? We got something's wrong. Mike Stevens, Harry Reid. Thank you guys. Still bad.
Huh.
How about now? There's a delay. Don't forget. So this is the live version. If you listen to the podcast is going to be
these little three buttons, like somebody's typing, is like, this is how single dudes feel like late at night when they're like, okay, like this, like she's right. Up.
I sent it. She saw it.
She said it's really low and they're still static.
Really low, still static. Let's do this.
Oh my God, he's gonna start pressing random buttons.
No, I'm not pressing random buttons.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's better.
Much clearer.
Much clearer.
So, should we go with this? Just so we know?
Yeah. This our first guest on the podcast is Toasty's wife.
Via text message.
I think that's fantastic. Yes, better now. Mike Stevens, thank you. Jay McCarthy. Hey everybody, what's up? Okay, well this is what we're gonna go with. Thank you.
Gosh, that was stressful, but great content.
Right? Nope. Are you sweating?
Sweating all day.
If you're tuning in, sorry for the static. The only thing we were talking about was Muskie. And what did you say? His job is to beat kids in ping pong.
Ping pong. He'll beat anybody under the age of 18 in ping pong.
Anybody, like straight up real rules ping pong.
Yeah, he was a physical education teacher for quite some time.
Oh, and he excelled at the
ping pong
chapter.
I think ping pong was his game.
There's a lot of rules to ping pong.
No, there's not.
No, there is. Like there's. This is another podcast altogether, but I have a thing about people who do like the whole like hidden serve. So I played a lot of beer pong, and beer pong before it was just like throwing the ball. Beer pong when it was like 4 cups on the table, you played with paddles and you had to hit the opponent's cup.
Yeah, but beer pong now is called a different name.
Beirut.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
I think so. And then the rules for that are how you have to have house rules. Like, what are the rules?
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, people overcomplicate it.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
guess what? Soon enough, we'll get back to that here. Playing beer pong.
beer pong. So we are going to talk about the coffee name. A lot of people saw the video. You looking for help in naming the coffee?
Yeah, we got a lot more feedback than I thought.
Some great names.
One person sent me like 47 names.
Oh, really?
Maybe, yeah, too much Adderall, but hey.
Maybe. But I saw some good ones in there, like some ones that I hadn't think, like board not bucks, starboard not Starbucks, like that. Like there was a lot to that one. I liked Morning Crush.
Kelly had a good one across the street.
Yeah.
Star Brew, whatever it was. I was like, we're getting a cease and desist for Starbucks on that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then, of course, Toasty's Roasty Toasty. I think that's the one that kind of came out of.
I polled pretty much the entire staff over the past 2 days about what it was because I've been getting my balls busted a lot.
Yeah.
And KJ from Swell Joe was just here where I was coming over to film this podcast. And she was like, I think Toasty's Roasty is the one. And then two of the servers behind us put their input in.
And they're liking it.
Yeah. And she said it's the best story she's ever heard in her life about how I got my nickname. So we're going with it. Toasty's Roasty.
Is that and that's what it is. Toasty's Roasty.
Yep. I got to get a couple logos to her and she's going to make it nice.
Right. Can the logo just be a picture of you, like kind of like sleepy faced, holding the mug?
So we have this logo of the shark, like holding a beer on our beer menu.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna make that into the shark drinking a cup of coffee.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What were a couple of the other honorable mentions?
Oh my God, do you have the list?
I'm just gonna run through one or two. A couple that I don't know, that just kind of jumped out at me. It definitely was one of those things that people jumped on.
I kept checking.
Starboard, Java Jaws, Shark Attack. We already have a Shark Attack. Board Blend. That's a good one.
I liked it too.
Shark Tooth. There was a lot of Toast Roast, man. Like Hangover Helper. I kind of like that one.
We have a menu item.
Oh, right.
Bowl of just a massive amount of food.
Yeah, and that's just from Instagram. A lot of people also commented on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
I love that. Now we have to rename something next, and it's going to be awesome. It's the most engagement I think I've ever gotten.
So we need to come up with another, put it to the people kind of thing. Name the, I don't know, name a segment of the podcast that you'd like to see and hear.
But it is good coffee. Everybody likes it. 75% Guatemalan.
Yep.
25% Sumatran. It's like a little, like on the, she calls it a beanometer, I think. So this is light and this is dark.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like just a little past medium,
right,
on the darker side.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Which is kind of like the Starboard.
It's everybody
medium, but a little bit on the darker side.
I thought we were the light side.
We're
like dark side, like Darth Vader, or like
we're the gray Jedi. We're not going to deny Anakin. We can't even get into this. It's like
I've never seen one.
Really?
Yeah.
We should do a separate podcast on my day drinking on Delmarva where you and I watch all 9 movies.
How many hours is that?
I don't know, 2 hours a piece, 18 hours.
So when I sell to my wife that I have to go watch 14 hours.
Well, and then there's like 2 like kind of off story canon. Man, we don't need to get into this. People watch it. We're losing numbers right away.
Okay. Back to what we're talking about. The coffee was surprisingly not the biggest news of the week by my estimation. Oh, you talking about the new restriction potential release?
Yeah. Do we want to? I mean, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of people are commenting and questioning and squealing wheels over.
So it's good news. It's not the greatest news.
It's not. We're free.
No, but that's what. So I've been talking with this to Monty and Beef and Meg and Olivia and the whole team. Like, so like the way everybody celebrated that on social media, whatever. It's like, no, we're good to go.
Yeah,
But we're not.
There's still.
Yeah. So the tables can be closer together. You still have to be seated.
Yeah, still seated consumption.
And this is May 21st. This goes into effect. So we've got 2-ish weeks.
Right.
So rather than 6 feet between tables, we can have 3, which is a win because they cut down any capacity limits.
So no capacity limits.
Yep. So you can have a table inside with more than 6 people, table outside with however many you want. When you're outside, you have to listen to the CDC's mask guidelines.
Right, which is it still 6 feet or 3 feet?
Mask guidelines,
Mask.
not social distancing guidelines.
Okay.
It's
jumping ahead of
we've read this 100 times to get the clearest picture, so we are doing the right things.
Mm-hmm.
So masks are required indoors. So if you're sitting outside, like in the tent, and you go to leave, you don't have to put a mask on. Oh. If you're out sitting outside and you go to use the restroom, when you go inside, you need to have a mask.
Okay.
So masks are still going to be required. We still can't have any standing consumption.
Right. Which is what most people are used to at the Starboard.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people thought this was. Just from what I'm hearing.
Yep.
We can't have that yet.
Yep.
According to this on the 21st. That's the biggest thing. Once we get there, like this is a win for restaurants.
Absolutely.
Point blank.
Right.
Before the Starboard, we need that next step.
Yeah.
So we need to continue to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So we can get to the point where they just say, hey, you know what? You guys can stand up and drink at a bar and go over and talk to that girl or guy.
Right. And that's that is what makes the Starboard is one, making sure that the customers, the clientele, the staff are all following the guidelines and being safe and holding the line, because if you don't do that, then it's just anarchy and chaos, and
we can't wait to get there.
And
we can't wait to have that be our normal.
And we want anarchy and chaos, but we have to do it under the rules that are being given to us. Is your plan to have more smaller, like 4-top tables, like out in the tent? Or are you keeping the kind of the layout the same?
The layout's going to be similar.
Mm-hmm.
We can try to squeeze a couple tables in where we haven't been able to put them.
Right.
Like some of the bar high tops, we're going to try to make a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So you could put, instead of like having 3 people around that high top, you could have 4, potentially 5.
Right.
If there's one on the end.
Yeah.
We've been working on it. Mike Helwich has been making tables. I don't think anybody's made more tables. That's not a table manufacturer in a year than he has. Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We need a table that can hold 6 people from the same household, that then can convert to a 10-person table.
Doesn't work. It's just keep ordering more
Just make a new
table
one.
bases.
Yeah.
At a certain point, like when life goes back to normal for everybody, we are going to have so many extra tables.
Right.
We're not going to do it. We'll donate them to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man,
you could probably auction them off.
I mean, well, yeah, but they're not like the most fantastic tables. Like
Mike makes great tables.
They're great tables, but they're like, a lot of them are like just kind of normal high top wood tables.
It's not like when we were tearing up the floor in the dining room and like pitching it in the dumpster, and people were coming by. We were taking the floor, and like people were taking it, and then somebody was like, "You should auction that off, the floor of the Starboard, for charity," because people are like, I would pay for a piece. Can you put a piece, aside for me?
We did that for some people, but some parts of it were so bad. We're like, yeah, we can't give this to anybody. Like, just right in the garbage. Somebody took a bunch and I think made pencils out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like wooden pencils.
Oh, that's fun.
Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, that's kind
I
of
don't
cool.
know where they are.
Yeah.
Somebody has them.
I wouldn't mind a Starboard floor pencil, right? Ooh, something different, a little keepsake, a little to go, something.
I love it. But anyways, that's where we're at with restrictions. And, we'll go from there.
And also in the Delaware, and of course this is just Delaware with that we're dealing with.
Don't get me started.
Let's not talk about the other states. They're great.
It's an imaginary line.
I'm happy for them. But like submitting plans for events or dancing, or because they're like, you can have dancing, but you have to have something approved by the powers that be. Is that right?
Yeah, but just using what little you know about their policy making.
Mm-hmm.
At what point are they gonna be like, okay, this dancing's cool and this dancing is not?
Right.
You're like, okay, well, do you guys know each other? Like,
yeah.
How do you
police it? How do you? Yeah.
So who's got the plan for dancing? Maybe that's what the video should be like.
Who has the plan for dancing?
Because you can dance you can't dance inside with a mask on.
Right.
Like do we put little squares on the ground where like
you have some of the concert venues, like Freeman Stage has done it, where you have pods. Maybe you have a dancing pod.
Like, do we have to have a door guy have like a yardstick and like, hey, that's not 3 feet,
right?
Like a high school dance or middle school dance.
So I have it on authority from a person who has put together COVID plan for, I believe it was the Mirage Hotel. We talked to him off camera about this.
Oops.
But one of the things that they at the Mirage had instituted were basically, instead of shot girls, they had like 6-foot girls. So they had, girls walking around with a 6-foot hula hoop or whatever.
And what will they do?
Just, keep people dissipated. And also a visual reminder of what 6 feet looks like. Because if you ask me, it's your wingspan.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm pretty sure both you and I are probably a little short.
I have long arms. I bet I'm close. I'm not 6 foot tall, but
you have a bigger wingspan?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes you like that makes you like 2% of the population.
Yeah. I got a problem with like dress shirts.
Oh, really?
So they'll like measure me and they'll fit.
We're learning things about you today.
But then if I put my arms up, the sleeves go way up. And at a certain point, it gets so tight that I can't actually like reach for something.
That's funny.
Yeah. One of my favorite shirts, I can't button the sleeves. I have to leave it rolled up. Still have it. My wife bought it for me.
Yeah, but then you look like one of those like like Wall Street guys, like old newspaper guy. I'm putting in the late hours, rolling up my sleeves.
Yeah, late happy hours. Ew.
That makes sense. Looking online here, for those of you who are listening, thank you for doing so. And for those of you who are tuning in on live broadcast to our Facebook and YouTube page, got a couple questions. Matthew Stevens is asking, at what point do you believe standing consumption will be allowed? Is this even something that we can remotely answer? What do you think, Toasty?
I have a conspiracy theory.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, the follow-up is 4th of July?
Yeah.
Standing consumption?
On the 4th of July, Joe Biden is going to say, ladies and gentlemen of the United States,
right.
Love you guys. It's July 4th, our Independence Day. You guys can all be free again. Have a good time. And then, like, fireworks goes off. He's, like, shotgunning a Budweiser.
And then, like, cut to the Starboard dance floor, the guy dipping the girl, kissing her, the famous picture after World War II. I think maybe. I don't know.
Probably not. It's just going to be in my conspiracy is 4th of July because that would be like the most American
Right.
time. I'm hoping it's before that.
It's possible that he might plagiarize the speech from Independence Day by our then president. Who was it?
I don't know.
I feel like it was a Bridges.
One of the Quaids.
No, I think it was no. Randy Quaid was like the goofy guy.
I know. I'm just going off the characters.
Yeah. Today we celebrate our Independence Day from aliens.
So what we need are positive cases to start going down.
Yes.
On a daily.
Mm-hmm.
Hospitalizations, vaccinations up. At a certain point, vaccinations won't be going up because everybody at this point has a chance to get vaccinated.
Right.
And some people don't want it.
Yeah.
So that number will at some point stop.
Right.
They're on their own.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, the people who are willing to take the risk are going to take the risk. And I think that judging by people that are coming down here in the restaurants, it seems like people just don't care. But it's been on the staff at the Starboard to make sure that they still care why they're at the Starboard.
Well, I think. Well, what do you mean they don't care about the regulations because they're vaccinated, or they don't, or they're just
over it,
tired?
Over it.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Yeah. Somebody made a comment about
actually and vaccinated. Somebody was like, "Hey, I don't have a mask, but I'm vaccinated." I'm like, "Cool." Like the sign says, we have to wear a mask.
Yeah,
so.
Right. It's still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we live in a society where you have to follow the rules, especially when you're a upheld pillar of the community, and such as the Starboard, and such as all the people who work here. These are important things. Let me ask you this.
Let's ask some questions.
Bill Pullman. That's our president, Bill Pullman. Thank you, Stephen Doherty.
It was.
That was great. That's a great speech. We might have to tag that on to the end of this. Right? That was fun.
Dude, everybody just jump in a fighter jet. Let's go. Like
Will Smith punches an alien in the face.
Why wouldn't you?
Right?
What else can you do? It's like punch a shark in the nose.
Punch a shark in the nose, not our shark, but that's happened. And to be clear, the Starboards, I love the diversion to movie trivia. We could do a whole thing on movie trivia. Maybe. No. The outside locations at the Starboard are the tent and parking lot.
Yeah, the tent, like the little courtyard.
The lower deck
and the upper deck.
Mm-hmm. So
the Shark Tank / VIP room is indoors.
That's indoors.
Dining room.
Right.
Main bar, Anthony bar.
Indoors. Yep. Indoors, all with great circulation, ventilation, brand new.
Oh, yeah, doors are open.
Yeah. Very, very low risk if you're considering the science. But again, we still have to follow the rules.
Yep. Independence Day.
Yep. Bill Pullman.
Before that, though.
Huh?
Right.
Come and get some. I think it will be. If I'm a betting man, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Which part of it?
It is Thursday of Memorial Day weekend.
There's this thing, and this I might be being just rude here to people, but everybody on the planet, and not everybody, but a lot of people don't realize how much hard work goes into having a Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, we prepare for a week. We're getting supplies and deliveries in every day.
Right.
And the staff set up and ready to go. So one Friday afternoon, it's like we're rolling. Saturday we're rolling. Sunday we're rolling. Monday, we're rolling, and people are cruising out of town. But to get those 4 days in, it's like 10 solid days of work. Yeah. So if it's, hey, we're going to be open on Memorial Day Saturday. Yeah. And it's not just us. Every restaurant or bar will be like, oh, great. Yeah. And it'll be, everybody will be screwed come. And or hotel and or, any service
industry where people like the floodgates. You know, you can't just open them.
And we're gonna be more prepared than I think a lot of places because we're getting ready now, making sure this works, computers are working, the crushers are good.
Yeah.
All the soda guns are working. I'm like,
so you're ready to throw the switch.
it's instantaneous.
To be prepared for full on
instantaneous.
Yeah. I think it'll be more. I think it will be Memorial Day weekend, but that's me.
All
I don't
of the
know.
restrictions are lifted, and instantaneously, we'll have a full restaurant.
Yeah, and then it will look like the Caps penalty box.
Dude, they say Tom Wilson's a bullet, but he's our bully.
Yeah, every team has one, right? I mean,
he's like a villain.
It's part of the game.
It's cool. It's like the Joker from Batman. Whatever that Batman was.
The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Cool. Hey, thanks for joining us. We've been talking about the new restrictions. We've been talking about the new coffee, Toasties Roasty.
They have a plan.
We'll post up a picture of you with Joe Swell.
Oh yeah, it'll. I mean, it's probably online now.
By the way, I have a great idea for the announcement video. Like, obviously we're telling people now, but like when we roll out the official video, I'll tell you offline.
We have a video?
Well, we got it. You know, I feel like,
okay,
like we did the, hey, help us, you know, with Muskie, but we got to have like the announcement,
the pour with the steam.
yeah, like 120 frames a second, like dark, get you with some rings and some finger tattoos. Yeah, I think it will be good.
What?
I think it will be good.
Okay.
People are still asking. Actually, Tommy is asking right now about reservations and groups of people larger than 10. And as of now, the restrictions still are
6 inside, 10 outside.
6 inside, 10 outside.
And all of our seating is first come, first serve.
And we don't do reservations. Do we do reservations at Starboard Raw?
Yes. Pat and Kelly do reservations over there.
Mm-hmm.
You can email them at is it info at Starboard Raw?
Info at Starboard Raw.
You can check out the Starboard Raw website, and that will lead you to exactly how to get a reservation over there.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, like we do this. We're giving people as much information as we have, but also encouraging people to understand that we're still at the behest of the powers that be.
Yeah, and a lot of the restaurants out there,
mm-hmm.
people are still hurting for help.
A lot of restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like the guys up at Grain on the Rocks.
They had a great message.
Like, hey, like,
yeah,
don't be that guy.
Right.
Like, you know, we're short staffed, as is most every restaurant. I guess probably most industries. Like, I don't know if this affects retail or what, but I'd just focus on the restaurants.
Yeah.
Everybody's hurting for staff. Everybody's a little short staffed.
Mm-hmm.
Staff's burnt out. Staff's tired.
Yeah.
It's been busy. So just be nice to them.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, you come in every day, and you know, something's different. You can put caddies on the table. Last week you couldn't. Like, you can have 6 people last week. You can have 10 people this week. You know,
you don't have to be the same house.
And these are people who, like, you know, by and large, are college kids who are trying to make money, or they're seasoned professionals who've been doing it forever, like Matty Casper, literally forever.
Yeah,
since the dawn of time.
But it has taken a toll.
But it's hard. Like, it's not. It's totally not normal. Totally, completely
abnormal.
Mm-hmm. And that takes the mental capacity out of it. That takes a lot of effort to do that.
We're still hiring people.
Still looking for people?
We're looking for some full-time folks, because we at a certain point, like, the seasonal help will be gone, and we still need September, like, year-round, like,
right,
line cooks and servers and hostesses, stuff like that. So that's my shameless plug on our podcast.
If you want to work at the Starboard, go to the Starboard
You got it. Keep going.
website,
Yeah. Fill an application.
fill out an application,
Or email us at info@thestarboard.com.
info@thestarboard.com. There are at least 3 people that I know of who received that email.
Yep. And
Don't send a message on social media.
No, terrible.
It's like, I think that's a strike against
Does
you.
your
if you do
Facebook still forward you to? It should say, "Hey,
that. No, like Facebook, if you send a message, you get a
auto response."
auto response.
That says, "What?" It should say, "Hey, you should email info@thestarboard,"
Right.
because people look at that.
Right.
Nobody looks at. I
Right.
mean, not nobody, but
I mean,
there's so many places you could send a message to get in touch with somebody at this restaurant. The most effective is info@thestarboard.com.
that's good. That's a good plug.
Yeah.
And it's a good plug just to be professional, right? If you're a band, get a lot of,
Yeah, but dude, we're pretty. Our schedule is it out? You
it's
guys
out.
put it out?
It's out. It's,
And
if you go
it's
to the
pretty full.
starboard.com, we have a nice grid there. We have all of the acts that are currently booked.
Your wife is gonna be like, dude, they're pushing the website so hard, our stats are gonna be off the chain. Just like that.
Yep, that's how it works. Keep it in the family.
Dude, don't forget, because I don't know how many minutes we have left, but I need to get this into, is this week is the Dewey Business Partnership Art Fest down on
Yes.
Daxworthy Street.
Yeah.
And I think spilling over into like the Lions Club parking lot area. If you haven't gotten your mother a Mother's Day gift, that's a nice last second.
Easy.
Shop.
It's an easy
Yeah, and if you guys
stop
tons of
by.
good stuff.
You can find any one little thing that will be handcrafted, artfully made, and
The best bet
wonderful.
is probably come to Starboard, one of our other restaurants in town, have a couple cocktails,
Right.
then go down there.
Get a little loose.
Yeah, then be generous with the artist and the
Yep.
self-employed small business owners that are going to be slinging some art, merch, swag.
Slinging some wares. And if I can give a weather report for Dewey right now, it was supposed to be raining. It's beautiful out, a little bit of cloud cover,
Slightly chilly.
a little chill to the air, but like that's welcome. I mean, it's still, it's still May. Like, I don't need like
it doesn't-
80-degree
It doesn't feel
breeze
like May to
until
me. It feels like an unknown month and an unknown time.
it feels like March 2020, day 462.
Yep, literally.
Right?
Yep.
I feel it. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Tell your friends. Let us know if you have any questions or stuff that you'd like to know about, have us talk about. I'm just the media guy. Toast has all the answers, and we're having fun with this. And how long are we going to do this, Toasty?
Forever, the rest of our lives.
The rest of our lives.
But I think anybody that's listening or whoever should encourage each other to go onto our Insta or Facebook and give some staff some love. Make them feel good.
Yeah,
I think that's number one.
dude, a lot. I took a picture.
Super slouchy today.
There's a post on the Starboard Instagram of a couple of the new servers, some fresh faces.
Yeah, maybe drop some love for your favorite server,
Yeah,
even if you don't know their name.
right.
Just describe them. Oh, it was the one that had the mask on, hair was back.
Right.
She had an apron that said Starboard on it.
Right. It had a book with stickers.
She was wearing shorts and shoes.
Yep. But not cut off jeans.
No, dude, just don't. This, darn, the girls' uniforms here. They ask, and I say we should do this, and then we get to the point where we're doing it, and then we can't do it because the girls and this and that, and
We're gonna have Meg on. We'll straighten it out. I won't give you a hard time.
which
about
Meg? We should probably have all the Megs on.
Let's have all the Megs on and have them essentially duke it out.
Yeah, I'll be drowning myself at the beach for that. It's we're like all right, woo, is what we're doing. Like a shot like the staff newsletter with Meg, and she's like, we're going. This is the uniform. She's all excited. She was taking pictures of like the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we're like, well, and I'm like, man, I just got Meg to shoot a video for the newsletter and done.
Yeah.
Let's change it all.
Hey, we're not perfect. Everything's a work in progress. Yeah. And the important thing is that you guys do the work.
Baby steps get you there in the long run.
Thank you, everybody. Once again, as we're pulling in the station here, just remember.
Don't be that guy.
Yep.
Don't forget your mask.
Wear your mask. Get vaccinated.
Just so you know the drugs.
Do your part. Get an Uber.
Yeah, wear your seatbelt.